Let's go, y'all. I'm a little bit under 3 months into my weight loss journey, and I started off at about 178 pounds, and I'm down to 168 right now. And at the same time that I've been able to lose weight, I've been gaining muscle as well. And in the macro perspective, over the past year, I've dropped over 30 pounds. Last year of December, I was at 200 pounds overweight, and I was going out to the clubs, the bars every single weekend while I was still in college, drinking until I damn near blacked out and just trashing my body. I've talked about this plenty of times, and if you are new to my channel, this is the first time you're seeing me, I filmed something called Gumption Talks, which is my version of a raw talk, where I kind of just share my insights, my opinions, my advice, failures, learning lessons that I'm going through, and just try to be authentic with y'all and show y'all that I'm going through shit as well. Like, all this shit is not pretty. So I wanted to make this video today to kind of give you insights to where I'm at during my weight loss journey and like the difficulties that I'm going through. And even though like I've been able to make good progress and get to a physique that I'm pretty satisfied with, but I'm nowhere near where I want to go, I still am working towards higher and higher because I will never be satisfied where I'm at right now. But the progress that I made so far isn't too bad. Not too bad at all. And I have to be happy with the things that I've done so far. But my intentions for this video were to tell y'all about not falling into the trap of complacency within your daily life. So I've had to pick up habits, systems, and routines that put me in a position to achieve higher goals. Because the goals you set for yourself will never be accomplished if the habits and systems you put in place in your life can't take you there. So that's why I wake up at 4:15 a.m. every single solitary day. That's why I do the 5-4-5 method, where I have 5 macro goals that I'm working towards, a 4-step simple morning routine that reflects on those goals, and 5 actionable tasks that I have to get done that day to reflect on my macro goals, to have a system put in place so I can hit those goals, is to continually make progress even when my days feel like they haven't gone so well. Is to continue to be the backbone of success towards my progression. That's what habits are for. That's why I do the things I'm doing in a day without fail, is so I can constantly progress. So even though that I do the same thing over and over again, and if you've seen like my recent Gumption Talks, or if you've seen my Instagram stories, like I do the same thing every single day, I don't want to fall complacent within the things that I do, because that's how you start falling out of line. That's how you stop progressing throughout your journey. It's falling complacent. That's why I feel like transforming your physique is the best thing you can do, because it translates to every other category in your life. Like, my end goal isn't to be completely jacked. Like, I know that is a stepping stone I can take towards having other successes in my life, because winning in one category in my life will translate into everything else. That's why I treat my that's why I treat my body like a temple, is because this is the vessel that carries me throughout my day. This is the vessel that will take me to where I want to go. I have to reach the highest potential within it. I have to perform the best, because it will take me to the goals I want to reach. And getting back to my main point, like, I do the same things over and over and over again. I eat the same foods. I go to the same gym. I hit the same workouts. I wake up at the same time. I've been doing this for months on end. And even though I've had these habits that are pretty much automatic at this point, to where I don't think about half the stuff that I do in a day because I've been doing it for so long, I can't fall complacent. I can't fall within the trap of mediocrity within the habits that I do. Because if I start to do that, that's when the progression stops. I recently was stalling in my weight for about 4 weeks without realizing it, because I was falling complacent. And the reason why I picked up on it and I changed, what I changed was my macros. I was complacent within the food that I was eating. I was hitting my macros every single solitary day, yes, but I wasn't hitting the right macros. And the reason why I saw that is because I track my progress every single day. I track my weight every single day. I average it out for the week, because Sometimes your weight spikes up some days, sometimes it drops a little bit lower some days. So it's better to have an average for it and track it based on that if you look from the macro perspective. I say this all the time in my videos. You want to focus on the micro and then look at it from a macro perspective. So that's a week basis, month basis, year basis. And micro is a day-to-day basis, hour to hour, minute to minute. That's micro. So because I was looking at the macro and I noticed like, oh, I was stalling in weight. I was sitting at about 170, 169 pounds, and I was stalling for 4 weeks. So I pushed back my progress by 4 weeks because I was falling complacent with my habits, because I wasn't looking how I can adjust and put myself back on track with the macro goal that I'm trying to hit. So I fell complacent and I made adjustments. And how you can avoid the trap of complacency is start tracking the things that you care about, tracking the success metrics. For me, for anyone, it's input-based metrics. What that is calories. So if your goal is to transform your physique, lose a bunch of weight, put on muscle, your success metrics are going to be the macros you track every day. The calorie intake, making sure you're under your calorie intake so you're in a deficit. That's how you're losing weight. Hitting your protein intake so you don't lose muscle while you're losing weight, because I've done that before. I made that mistake where I lost weight, and because I didn't maintain my protein intake, I was losing muscle as well, because that's how it worked. It took me a hard lesson to learn that. So tracking these metrics every single day and looking at it from a macro perspective, I look at it from a week perspective, and make sure that I'm not falling complacent and actually hitting my goals. So being able to look at it and adjust got me right back on track, and that's why I'm 168 pounds right now. It's because I adjusted based on what wasn't working, and I dropped my carb intake, my fat intake a little bit lower to be back aligned with what I'm doing. And just like the way I described my weight loss analogy, apply that to anything else you do in life. If you want to be successful with anything you're working towards right now, whether you're running a business, you're in school, or doing a 9-to-5 job, you want to track the success metrics. So if you're doing sales jobs, track how many calls you're doing. If you're in school, input-based metrics would be like how many assignments you complete maybe. And then output-based is your grades for the assignments. So how long can I spend studying? That's an input-based metric that you can control. The thing is, we want to put our energy into the things we can control. The things like the outcome, your test grades, the money you make from the revenue and sales from your 9-to-5, or your physique. Those are all outcome-based goals. You can't control that. Do not put your energy into that, because you cannot control it. The things you can control is the macros you track every single day. That's gonna result to a better physique if you can literally control your metrics. You control what you eat in a day. You track your calories. You hit your protein intake. For classes, you control how long you study for, or you control how you kind of view what you did wrong and apply it based on the next test and adjust based on that. So everything you do in life is inputs, and you obviously want the outcome. As humans, we are all outcome driven based on our deepest desires, like sex, money, fame, status, etc. Those are all deep desires rooted in us and big drivers. Everyone has an outcome-based desire they work towards, but the only way we can achieve that outcome is focusing on the inputs, the things we can control, because you will lose so much sleep, you will lose so much energy if you put your energy and focus to the things that you cannot control. If you constantly think about how can I get money, how can I get better test grades, how can I make more gains in the gym, you're not going to do it. If you can put your energy, your time, your focus into things you can control, you will achieve them. So that's what I mean by solely focusing on the inputs that can take you there. Bro, I know I was just spazzing for the past, 8-10 minutes, but that's just all the things that I'm going through right now throughout my weight loss journey. And I like to take anything that I learn and put it in perspective towards things that apply to my life, because that's how I like to interpret knowledge, is apply the scenario, apply the analogy into something that's relevant to me. That's how it clicks with me. That's how it resonates with me. is applying it to something that resonates, that relates in my life. So do the same exact thing with what I'm saying in this video. Take the analogies that I'm saying with how I started my weight loss, how you can improve, how you can start to focus on input-based goals instead of outcomes, and wasting your energy, and apply it to things, apply it to scenarios and relevant events in your life that will resonate with you and you can apply and take from this video. Because, bro, I'm not trying to motivate you. I will never, ever, ever try to post as a motivational speaker. I simply just want to help you out and take the learning lessons that the failures that I've done in my life and help you out and cheat for you in a sense, is to save you some time, save you time from failures that I've gone through in my life. So don't fall into a trap of complacency. Track what you do, track the success metrics like your input-based goals, and completely detach yourself from the outcome, whether that's your deepest desires like money, sex, fame, status, etc., or and start to attach yourself to the inputs that take you there. That is how you succeed, bro. Fuck, I was spazzing for the whole video. But regardless, I appreciate you watching this far up into this video. It's a little bit different than most Gumption Talks that I do because I was literally just like spazzing for the past 10 minutes. But other than that, I do post like daily content on my Instagram where I go through value-based content like I do on my YouTube, just like this. So if you enjoyed this, I highly recommend you do go check out my Instagram. I have the link in the description of this video, but I will speak to y'all boys later. Peace.